Hi guys, I'm Delicia. Welcome back to my channel. Do you ever feel like once you start working full-time, work takes up such a huge part of your life? And even after work, when you finally have some time for yourself, but you just don't have the energy to do something productive or something that's good for you. If you feel that way, don't worry, you're definitely not alone. I used to feel the same way, especially after I graduated and started spending most of my time working. It took me a while to rebuild my routines and finally get back into self-improvement. So today I want to share with you 5 things that helped me to stay productive while working a 9-to-5 job and preparing an exam. First, stop relying on motivation. One of the most biggest lessons I've learned is that motivation is not reliable. If you ever wait until you feel like it, you will never be able to build consistent habits because motivation comes and goes. Sometimes it lasts a few days, sometimes it disappears after a few hours. After motivation fades, what you need to rely on is your system and your schedule. For example, there was a period of time that I went to the gym only when I feel motivated. And honestly, I didn't have much progress. So later, I started taking my training more seriously. I planned what I was going to train and when I was going to the gym each week. Instead of asking myself, do I feel like going today? I simply follow the plan. And that's when I finally seen results. Second, make decisions in advance. Another thing that helps me a lot is reducing decision fatigue. Before I leave for work, I already know what I'm going to do after. If I'm going to the gym, I'll pack my gym outfit and equipment in advance. If I plan to study, I'll bring my books and laptop with me, so that after work I can go straight to the gym or a cafe without having to think about it. Cause honestly, after a long day of work, our willpower is already lower. So make decisions ahead of time and you will feel much more easy to practice them. Third, use small pockets of time. A lot of people think they need to have a huge blocks of time to make huge progress. But honestly, some of my productive moments happen in small pockets of time. For example, I want to maintain my reading habits, but whenever I have a long study session available, I usually prefer to prioritize my exam preparation. So I use smaller pockets of time for reading instead. So I read while commuting or during lunch break or whenever I have 15 minutes or less available. I also edit my YouTube video while commuting sometimes. Those small blocks of time may not seem like much, but they add up over weeks and months. Fourth, protect your energy. Being productive isn't only about managing your time, but also your energy. Because if you are mentally exhausted all the time, it becomes harder for you to focus on the things that truly matters and the things that you are doing. So recently, I deleted social media apps from my phone. But I'm not completely quitting social media. I still have them on my iPad. But by removing them from my phone, I reduce the time that I mindlessly scroll throughout the day. And this small change helped me to protect my attention and focus. I also try to get enough sleep, exercise regularly, and avoid spending too much energy on the things that don't matter. Because productivity becomes easier when your mind feels clear. Fifth, accept that you can do everything. This is probably the lesson I'm still learning right now. I think a lot of ambitious people always want to do everything. Like me, I want to work, I want to study, I want to grow my YouTube channel, I want to go to the gym, learn more languages, and spend more time with my friends and family and also relax. But no matter how productive we are, we only have 24 hours a day. So if you're trying to do everything at once, every of your project only gets a small amount of your time and your attention. And your progress will become very slow. So being productive means that you have to differentiate what things are really matter for you right now and be willing to let other things wait. Because focus creates progress while trying to do everything usually just creates frustration. So if you're working full-time and trying to improve yourself, please remember that you don't need to give yourself too much stress to do everything perfectly. Just focus on taking one small step every day, because small actions repeated consistently over time can completely change your life. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know in the comments, what's one thing you're currently working on outside of your job. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!